Hey guys, Coach Logan here again. Let's find another Blitz opponent. So we'll start Yellow Cat Bob 2390. Okay. Go with E4. I've been playing E4 a lot in these games. Maybe I'll do some D4 and Knight F3 soon, but I don't know. E4 tends to be more of what the students play, so I think it's good to do that. Alright, so Queen A5. There's a new one. Alright, I'm gonna just develop. I'm not even gonna really try to calculate too hard on that because it's just such an odd move. I'm gonna develop without too much thought here. Okay, so now maybe B5 is a little bit annoying now that he's prevented Bishop D5. Also A4 doesn't really prevent it because if I take, he can take my rook. Still, I think I'm just gonna castle. If he kicks my bishop, I'll go back to E2. He might get his pieces somewhat harmonious, but his queen is definitely kind of offside there. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. Alright. Taking that. Alright, we'll defend the pawn. I'm gonna play A3 here. Bring some pressure on the queen side. Next I want to go knight to D2 and to C4 if I can. Okay, well he prevented that, but maybe I can go into... let's see here. Let's actually go rook E1. Alright, now I gotta watch the time because he's starting to get up on time on me, so okay. I'm gonna tuck the bishop. I'm wondering if I want to try to just go for some sort of King's Indian attack here with like E5 and then sort of storm his king. Let's play G3. Keep it flexible. At some moment I might push E5, which will close the position, which probably isn't really the way I want to take advantage of his queen going to A5 on the second move, but at the same time, I don't know, I didn't really see a favorable way to open it for me, and once he put his rook on D8, then I thought that's a good time to throw E5, because his pieces make less sense now. Like, his rook doesn't make too much sense on D8 anymore. Okay, alright here. Well, let's, alright, he's attacking that pawn on E5, so maybe we should defend it with Queen E2. That seems reasonable. Alright, I think I gotta take that. Alright, now he's got some pressure this way. What to do with the knight? Knight to D4, knight to B3. I'll go knight to B3. I mean knight F3 or knight B3. I'll go knight B3. Keep an eye on C5 as well. I probably should have taken there first. Alright, let's take on D4. If he takes, I'll take back with the bishop. I might end up actually shifting my attention to the queen side. I was thinking of trying to make a king side attack work, but now I'm considering trying to throw C4 at some moment and play rook E to C1 and shift my attention to where his queen is and some of these loose pieces. Well, but now he's moving his rook away from there, so maybe I'll go back over to the king side. Let's see here. No, I don't really want to throw C4 anymore. Okay, let's just secure my bishop a little bit better. Alright, my next moves I'm going to have to make kind of quickly. Let's go C3. Okay, I'm going to start. Can I mate him here? That is the question. Okay. Let's Let's push that pawn in there. Can I get a queen into h6 soon? Go queen to... Alright, he's got his eye queen coming back to f8. Alright, let's bring the rook over, improve that. Maybe then, okay, let's bring this rook down to c7. Bring this rook over. He's going to play quickly because I'm low on time. Okay, let's take that. Drop my queen in. Threatening mate. He'll kick me out. Let's bring my bishop back around. I'm going to have to start pre-moving, which is not ideal, but I'm just very low on time here. Okay, let's defend. Okay, let's come back around here. His a-pawn is annoying. Attacking his bishop. Let's bring my queen around this way. Attack the knight. I'm gonna run out of time here. His pawn is gonna queen. Silly me. Well, I can defend that. Just play moves. Try to take quickly. Okay. Oh, I flagged him. Okay. Well, it's kind of an embarrassing way to win. I was dead lost there. But sometimes you play quickly at the end of the game. You can throw off their moves. So, not a very good game on my part. I think I was thrown off by this Queen a5 move at the start. But I didn't see a way... It's called... What do they call it? I think I saw them call it the Mongoose Variation. I think the weirder the opening, the weirder the name. I think Sam once said if an opening's named after a bird, it's probably not very good. And I would agree with him on that, but of course a bad opening doesn't mean you're necessarily going to win. And Queen a5. Okay, so I went knight c3. Basically my thinking here is he's moving his queen on the second move, which means he's not developing pieces, he's not fighting for the center. So the most principled response for white is to develop pieces quickly and then try to open up the center before black is ready for it. So I played knight c3, it seemed very reasonable. He went a6, I went bishop c4. Maybe bishop c4 wasn't great just because I was thinking, okay, bishop c4, now if he throws b5, I can play bishop d5, which will be a little bit inconvenient for his rook. Although maybe not even really. I mean, he could play rook a7, and now I do need to watch out for e6. So I'd have to make a luft with like a3, and this would be kind of similar to the game. But maybe I should have just directly gone bishop e2. I think there was no reason for bringing it to c4 in the first place. So that might have been a way to be faster about it. e6, okay, so... he's not actually doing all that badly here. b4. Now I went knight b1. Sort of eyeing this c4 square potentially. So he went knight c6. I went a3. Just trying to put some pressure on his queen side. Potentially open up my rook at some point. Although it's hard to do because I'm pinned. Knight d2. I was getting ready to play knight c4 next. But he played d5, which stopped that. Rook e1. And then this basically, like I was saying, this becomes what's called like a King's Indian attack, where you fianchetto this bishop and try to play e5 at the right moment, and then secure space on the king side, and then try to attack their king, which is what I was trying to go for. Okay, they seem to think b takes a3 was good for him there. I don't know, I understood. I mean, I think maybe he was worried about the rook getting activated and maybe some blowback on the queen side, although truthfully black should be better on the queen side, so maybe he should have played it there. Yeah, okay, knight b3. Takes. Yeah, and I was trying to make an attack work on his king. But maybe I just didn't have enough to do so. I might have, let's see, I pushed f6. Maybe that was a little bit fast. Maybe I could have been a bit more patient. One thing the computer was suggesting was, okay, now it's saying queen e3. It was also briefly mentioning rook f1 with keeping my options open. Maybe I could take on the file at the right moment. But f6, it still seems to like my chances. Okay, queen e3, queen f8. How do I continue this attack? That's the tough part. Rook c1. I was trying to play on the open files. Rook c7. Maybe rook c7 is not that great. Okay, now it's thinking I should reroute to the queen side. I don't know. I don't really understand why it wants this. Say they just try to stack rooks. Maybe they can't. Maybe they can't play this because of bishop a3. Yeah, I think that this is a loose rook and you're hitting the queen. So, can they play rook a7 to try to do that? Let's say rook a7. Oh, again, bishop a3. And again, okay, they can't take the bishop because of the rook. Wait, hold on. They can't take the bishop because... oh, queen h6. That's very nice. Okay, so queen h6. Now, if queen f8, we can play rook takes b8, knight takes, and now a very nice move, rook to c8. Okay, that's clever. Deflecting the queen away from defending on g7. Okay, so maybe I should have had more of like a open mind, board vision type, view of it, where I can keep an eye on both sides. I was honestly trying to do that because a lot of times you can get kind of tunnel vision and only focus on your attack on the king side, but I don't know, I just wasn't able to make my king... Okay, so again, it wants bishop a3. Yeah, here it would be really nice because they can't take on a3, so... and any sort of like queen moving away, then queen h6 is just winning. Okay, so I think that's a good example where I missed something concrete, where bishop a3 was a very nice resource here. This bishop was just a total dud blocked by this pawn, so going to a3 would be a good way to use it. Alright, interesting game. I definitely did not deserve to win at the end. I was just completely lost, but, it's Blitz, so. Alright, see you next video.